Na, nagyon szépen köszöntök mindenkit. Ugye volt szombaton egy női üldözéses verseny ugye Nové, én ezt nem tudtam leadni, mert dolgom volt, de viszont most itt az ideje, hogy megnézzük ezt. Én se láttam, aki nem látta, annak viszont leközvetítem, úgyhogy remélem, hogy aki élvezni fogja, az remélem, hogy élvezni fogja, úgyhogy nézzük is a versenyt, úgyhogy hajrá! És akkor most látunk egy kis gyakorló lövészetet még így a kezdés előtt. Ugye 10 km a táv, szokásos híveknek, úgyhogy ja. Ugye Elkov nyerte a... Ugye Elkov nyerte ugye hát a sprint versenyt, és amúgy nem árulok nagy titkot, hogy az üldözéses is jó volt az ő számára, jó volt, de most ezt megnézzük, mivel én még nem láttam, és szerintem néhány ember se látta az egészet, úgyhogy most ezt megnézzük együtt. Na hát ugye 5x2 kilométert vannak tenni a hölgyek, 5x 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 5x2 kilométert, ja. Úgyhogy ja, ez lesz a táv most, ja. Ugye 2 km és 3 km közt van a szél. 2 és 3 km közt van. 8 fok van, úgyhogy nincs annyira hideg, mint ahogy kéne. Hát a hónak a fok az 0 fok, úgyhogy na nézzük a rajtsorrendet. Ugye Elkov vezeti a szakágit, illetve az összetettet, és ugye a U25-öt ugye továbbra is ugye a fehér orosz Zinana Anim Blackava vezeti, úgyhogy ja. Ugye ezt azért fogom csak most leadni, mert ugye szombat este ugye nekünk volt ez a kooperatív, ez a hatos kóp, és este ugye rimbóztunk a srácokkal, de viszont utána meg kedve már nem volt leadni ezt, úgyhogy most leadom nektek és mondom nektek az instrukciókat, hogy mire kell majd figyelni. Ugye a németek közül ugye Maren Hammerschmidt ugye ő nem utazott el a VB-re, úgyhogy ő úgymond otthon maradt, mondjuk úgy is. Így is mondhatjuk, úgyhogy ja. Itt van a képen látható Eckhoff, aki az osztott sárga-piros trikóba fog menni, ugye? Egyszerűen szomorú hír, hogy már ezen a héten már be fogom úgy fejeződni a világkupa szezon, de, de reméljük, hogy nyára is lesz valami, szóval hogy egy ilyesmilyen síugrás, vagy bármilyen úgyhogy reméljük, hogy marad majd. De hát ugye ez a vírus miatt nem tudom, hogy milyen lesz, hát hogy lesz egy nyári versenymű, vagy egyáltalán bármi is. Úgyhogy a felkészülése biztos lesznek térre, szóval hogy ezt ők csinálják ők maguknak. De majd megnézzük, hogy lesz-e valami. Még így, hátrébb. Mert ugye most már a sífutó világkupa az befejeződött, mind a nők is, mind a férfiak számára. Ugye hétvégén, úgyhogy azoknak már megvan a bajnokuk, még a észak-kötszeteteseknek van egy hétvége, meg ugye a síugróknak, meg most ugye a biatlonosoknak lesz még egy, és akkor így fog befejeződni a 2020-as, 21-es téli szezon. Ugye a síugróknak ugye Szlovéniában lesz, ugye hát a sírpülő srácra lesz a befejező a biatlonsoknak ugye Östersundba, Svédországban, ami ugye alapjáraton az mindig is amúgy a szezonnyitó szokott lenni, és ugye az északi összetetések pedig mennek ugye azt hiszem sorákba mennek, de nem szerintem azt törölték, úgyhogy akkor mennek Kralingen távol mennek végül, ott lesz egy ilyen két versenyük is, ami lesz összesen. Persze ugye Magnus Rieber vezeti a VB, a világkupát, úgyhogy nehéz lesz majd őt. Na nézzük Wieert, ahogy lő. Ő gyakorol most. Bírálnak, hogy nem lesz esélye a címvédésre, hogy meglegyen neki Zsinobát a harmadik cím, szóval igazából a világkupa a nők számára ugye Ekhoff és Mateusz Új-Zélandon fog dőlni. A férfiaknál ugye Johannesbő és Legreid közt inkább, úgyhogy ott is már csak ilyen, ott is már csak ilyen ugye két emberesen múlik, de ugye ezt akkor fogjuk megtudni, hogyha semmelyikük nem hibázik mármint hát, hogy semmelyikük nem hibázik ugye pénteken vagy szombaton. Esetleg vasárnap a 30. helyen ér be az utolsó helyen majd a tömegrajtoson, mert ugye mindegyik évben a izgalmas tömegrajtosokkal zárul a szezon, úgyhogy na nézzük Dennis Herrmann, akinek igazából neki se alakult olyan fényesen a VB, sőt az egész németeknek sem alakult jól a VB, úgyhogy eléggé frusztráltak voltak. Ugyanis azt mondta a német síszövetség, hogy most már koncentrálnak arra, hogy ne csak úgymond a fiatalokból csinálnak úgymond a alsóbb ifjú és ugye junior bajnokságban ugye bajnokokat, meg ugye halomra nyerni magukat, hanem hogy tényleg koncentrálnak most már. Most már úgymond a felnőtt mezőnyre is azért. Itt van Vitadzi. Aki harmadik lett, ugye? Nem, a népünk is majd hamarosan a versenyre, csak egy kis bejátszás még belakok, ameddig beszélgetünk. És ugye az a szomorú hír, hogy még a képen látható, hogy az a szomorú, hogy még a képen látható olasz csapat is érem nélkül jött el a VB-ről, konkrétan érem nélkül. Egyedül a vegyes párosba lett volna esélyük, meg esetleg a vegyes váltóba. Egy arany, meg ugye hát a vegyes párosba is egy arany, de sem vett nekik össze, úgyhogy pedig amúgy ott szereztek volna már 2 érmet, akkor már nekik jó szezonok lett volna. De hát így nem. Jövőre meg ugye nem lesz világban sem, mert ugye készülünk az olimpiára, mert majd is 2022-ben téli olimpia, úgyhogy készülünk az olimpiára, de mondjuk a vírus az nem tudom, hogy mit fog tenni, az nem, hogy lesz-e úgymond majd olimpia vagy sem, de érdekes lesz azért. Meg is nézem a kalendárt, majd hogy jövőre milyen. Kalendárt raktak össze. Kontioláttével fog kezdődni a szezon elméletileg, utána pedig Östersund ugye. Utána megyünk Hochfilzenbe, utána jön Annecy-be fog menni, utána megyünk Oberhof és Uppording, utána megyünk Antholzba, ugye igen, és utána egy jó nagy szünet, ugye február 4-ig, ugye akkor jön ugye a olimpia, ugye Kína, ugye Peking, és ugye a Európa bajnokság az Németországban lesz Árberbe, a junior bajnokság pedig Pókjukán lesz, úgyhogy eléggé érdekes lesz a szezon. És akkor a világkupa még elmegy ugye Minskbe, Fehér Oroszországba, meg elmennek ugye Észországba, Otepába, és Oszlóba fog zárulni a szezon jövőre. De még ez nem biztos, mert ugye a vírus az nem tudjuk, hogy ez meg hova fog ugye kiterjedni. És a ifjú és a junior világbajnokság pedig Amerikában lesz. Na. Érdekes lesz. De mondjuk az jó, hát visszatér. Annecy az visszatér, Rupoling is visszatér, ez nagyon jó hír. Vissza fog térni ugye Otepa, Oszló ugye most így visszatér végre. Vissza fog térni ugye Minsk is. Úgyhogy ez nagyon jó hír lesz a biatlonosok számára, ez nagyon jó hír lesz. Hát ugye, Annecy meg az mégsem ugye lehet ugye kihagyni, mert azért, na hát, azért... Na hát azért az mégiscsak, na, egy legendás helyszín azért. Hát meg ugye az a hazai pályájuk, mint szeretnek, úgyhogy... Közben Mázi meg Ópereggel adja a instrukciókat a rájöttnek. Ingvízzel már rende volt képen. Na, menjünk a versenyre. És akkor kezdődik a női üldözéses versenynek a visszanézése. Na nézzük! Főcím.
Race number 23 of a 26 race season coming up here in Nové Město. It's the women's pursuit. It's all about mixed relays tomorrow. This is the last individual before the tour heads north again. Östersund hosting the last round after Norway decided they would not host. Number 24 is Urban of Sweden, 1 minute 14 back.
Itt van a képen Ekhoff. Rőzene.
1-9-0.
Hanna Öberg.
235. 7-4. 387.
A németeknek ez az évet ezt el tudom úgy felejteni kell. A Czech is, szintén az oroszoknak is kell.
9-4-3.
Cole Chevalier. Ja, Alain Chevalier.
152.
Elmo. Davidova.
Ať se daří, Matěj.
Are you staying on?
És akkor ekkor mindjárt rajtól. 4, 3,
60 in the lineup. The countdown has started. Eckhoff will be the first away. 6 seconds to play with over Denise Herrmann, who has to decide, do I chase Eckhoff or do I wait for Dorothy and Vera? Maybe neither. Maybe she'll just ski on her own in her own rhythm and try and close that gap on the leader very, very slowly. Franziska Preuss, good combination of shooting and skiing this season. She looks so much stronger on the skis, beautifully balanced as well. Preuss number 4, Zhiva starting 5. As I mentioned, the best of the Ukrainians, and she will have Alenbekova starting just after her. Very, very tight, the under-25s. The blue bib as hard to get hold of as the yellow one this season, and that's rare. Number 7 is Elvira Erberg. She needs a good race today. A win would be sensational. That would give her a chance of taking the blue bib at the end of the season. Susan Dunkley starting number 8, Mike. Nice to see the American going well.
Delighted to see that. Her ski speed maybe still a little lacking, but she found the magic on the range. If she does that again today, a chance to move up into 5th or better, hopefully a podium.
Ida Lien started 15, Bendika Tandrevold, and then Selena Gasparin, the Swiss veteran, 36-year-old from Pontresina, just down the road from where the FIS cross-country events have been held this weekend. Chevalier Boucher starts 19. Julia Simon looked to have tired a little, Mike, yesterday, Simon. She's been one of the fastest all year, but faded yesterday.
Strange that you can come back when you've had form like she has recently. Look at the amount of athletes setting off now. Is this Herrmann trying to close the gap? That's a brave strategy this early in the race. Not even 2 minutes on the clock.
But what we do know is that Eckhoff this year has always saved something for the last lap, and most of that saving comes on the very first loop.
She has been so disciplined, and I think that's partly where Patrick Oberegger has been so helpful, so giving her good direction. Okay, calm down. The race doesn't really start until till the range first time in, and then open up into your race pace. So she has been very much in control on her first laps all season.
Yeah, Oberegger deserves a huge amount of credit, doesn't he? Eckhoff outside the top 10 in the World Cup standings in, what, 15, 16, 17. She was 11th on it, all those occasions. Last year, jumped up to 2nd place in the overall standings. This year, you know all about it. She leads the way and has been the dominant force. Just 26 points needed today. And then Roysland and Erberg can forget their dreams about claiming the overall globe.
Vera has lost 4 seconds to this point, so maybe Dorothea Vera just going for the long haul, taking it easy up this first very steep climb after the bridge.
Shabatova going through, looking for Davidova. There's Davidova wearing number 11. She's only some 40 meters behind the leader of the under-25s, Alenbekova. If she can get onto the Belarusian's shoulder, that will cause a pressure situation. Vera with a little loss of balance. Preutz slowly but surely closing the gap on the Italian, having started 6 seconds behind her.
You mentioned how consistent Preutz has been. You know, she's fourth there. Good tally of points, but only 2 podiums. It just shows all her top 10s have tallied up and placing her in 4th position overall.
Eckhoff's timing in that skate too, Mike, is absolutely amazing. It's just so efficient.
She's not a tall athlete, she's only 1.63 m, but so powerful, so compact, so powerful.
Yeah, and I think a lot of her timing comes from the fact that she's so strong. We've got a faller. Is that one of the Finnish suits? May well be. Those skis aren't going to be in too good a nick after taking a trip to the bushes.
That's a real shame. I think it was Keenan in bib number 44. We'll find out. The wind, Patrick, did pick up as the light begins to fade, so the flags, I would expect, could be difficult today, and that will be a factor in this race. Oh, they've settled a little. They were much stronger 15-20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's certainly regional in the range. Lanes, what, 8 through to 23. There's a significant amount of blow. It'd be interesting to see what they do in the stand. They all may try and get lanes 29, 30, but with so many starting in such a short order, by the time we get to that race, you may have no choice. Eckhoff, can she just cement that lead? 86% hit in the prone this season. She may be pushing that up a fraction. She does. 5 out of 5. 5 more in the prone to go. Herman, a long time spent before letting the first round go, but if she gets 5, she'll think it was worth every single second. Vera is on the charge now. The first 3 are down. The rhythm not quite as good from Vera as we're used to expecting, but she clears 5. No one missed so far. Preutz makes it 5 out of 5. The 4 leaders keep their positions at the start of this race, which is pretty unusual.
And you know what? Playing safe is very sensible, but Eckhoff must be demoralising everybody. She comes in, mechanically puts 5 down, no problem, and off she goes, full speed.
Well, all you can do, Mike, is match her and wait for the mistake. They're still there. They're all within 1 penalty loop of Eckhoff, so they certainly won't have given up hope of winning today. Ellen Bekova now at 35. Elvira Erberg, not a bad start from her. She started 37 behind, and she has held her own. Hannah Erberg, a late start.
She is. Brisa Boucher must be really not enjoying her biathlon. She's missed 3 out of 5 right now on the penalty loop from a decent start. She was 12th position. She'll drop right down into the mid-30s.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether she went too fast, Mike. She got herself up into the top 6 on that first loop, so she really put the pedal down and has paid a heavy price. Let's see where Eckhoff's shots went.
Jessica Jíslová, sedíky na Ida Kasari a Flora just as good Ramon the first shoot.
Welcome back to Nové Město. No change in the early order. Eckhoff still storming away out front. 21 seconds now clear of Herman, having started 6. Vera at 22. Herman took quite a long time in the range, Mike, but I guess as a coach you would say better to be clear and in the running than to rush it and miss.
Yes, that would be certainly my advice. And I think that this season we have seen many of the big-name biathletes just taking 3, 4, 5 more seconds. It's worth it. It's 25, 26 seconds if you have to go around the penalty loop.
So Eckhoff is there, the top 11, the first 11 all clear. Just looking at Lisa-Therese Hauser, I know she's the same sort of size as Denise Herman, Mike, and skis with a slower tempo, but I'm just wondering whether you're sensing that she is massively fatigued after a brilliant World Championships. Her results have been poor over the last couple of weeks by comparison, 38th, 45th, 13th.
Yes, she's lost her way, but she seems to be finding some spirit back into her performance today. But without a doubt, immediately after the World Championships, and you know what, since Christmas, remember those first 3 races after Christmas, 3 third places, having never touched the podium, then a couple of first places, a second place, really has become fatigued in the latter stages of the season.
Yeah, significant athletes to have missed. Davidova missed 1. Roysland, Tandervold missed 1. Davidova and Tandervold, of course, going for the under-25 title this year. They've got to certainly tighten it up. Brézard-Boucher, 3 misses on that first shoot. She now finds herself 1:48 behind the leaders. And that was certainly the worst shoot on the first one. Julia Simon of France also missing 2. And Selena Gasparin, who's looked so good over the last 3 weeks, missing 2 as well. So she's dropped to 1:55 behind and a loss of 15 places.
The athlete who fell was Keenan, and she came into the range 2:14 adrift. But incredibly, the rifle was all right. She shot all 5.
A hibátlan akkor mehet tovább, és akkor még így áll a élen még mindig, és akkor meséljem, hogy mennyire ezt az ülésest is. Na nézzük. A második felfőrészet.
She's just so composed. We used to see her edging on the rifle, edging, getting into position.
Ez
now that
félrement.
Changed. It's a little testing now.
Ez közép. Ez még épp, hogy jó volt.
So,
még az egy tükrözni belefér.
Window of opportunity for the chasers. They were roughly 28 seconds behind. So whatever they do, and if Herman shoots as slowly as she did last time, they will not close the gap entirely on Cyril Lukov, who's already halfway around the penalty loop. Dorothea Vera is the quickest shot amongst the 3 in lanes 2, 3 and 4, and the most accurate, it seems. No, she throws the last one wide.
Well, Eckhoff, anything she could have lost by that penalty loop, the 3 main chasers, they're turning left as well.
Now, Ellen Bekova really taking her time. I think she has sensed. Look at the wind flags, having been fairly strong from the left, have died away. Ellen Bekova gets 5 down. That's what she's been good at this year. And Lisa-Therese Hauser, however tired she is still shooting okay. She's gone 5, as has Susan Dunkley. Now, wouldn't it be great if Dunkley managed to get herself on the podium? 35-year-old. I wonder whether that would help her through the summer months.
It would, and that's a great time. Susan Dunkley is skiing great today. She's only 29.7 behind. Yes, she hasn't been on the penalty loop yet, but her pace, she's locked on to Hauser in terms of her track speed.
Yeah, she's gained 8 seconds on Cyril Eckhoff. Not many people can claim that at this stage of the race as they approach the halfway mark. The women's pursuit, remember, only 10 kilometres. 1 miss from Eckhoff on the second shoot.
Eckhoff mindig eszméletlenül megy benne. Még mindig. Megállíthatatlan.
We're through the halfway stage, just about with Eckhoff going past that 4.9, and the chasers have changed. Alan Beckover and Lisa Theresa Hauser are there, and a few mistakes from some of the big names on that second shoot. Only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, we've got about 10 athletes still with a perfect score, and the race leader is not one of them.
Yes, it is 10 athletes, and in the men's race earlier today, at this stage, 14 had shot the perfect 0-0, but then we saw it change as soon as they came into the standing.
No one going clear in the men's race this morning. Absolute nail-biter of a race, and some fabulous last lap as well. Well worth a watch if you missed it, as we see Davidova through in 8th position. She's now given away, 23 seconds to Alan Beckover. She just needs to hang on to the Belarus athlete if she wants a chance of taking the blue bib. Roysland, Mike, nice to see her fighting, but 108 behind at the moment. And she had a dreadful day in the sprint yesterday, which really sealed her fate as far as the overall globe goes.
And Roysland, well, we always say if you're going to miss early in this race, she did miss one out of the first 5 as she put the second 5 down, no problem at all.
Now, I wonder what the thinking is in the two chasing athletes. Lisa Theresa Hauser has just gone ahead of Alan Beckover, and I think the Belarus athlete will be happy with that. Just feed off the speed and the power of Hauser, and gives herself a little bit of space on the uphill section. This has to be taken relatively easily, because the first standing shoot coming up shortly. Dorothea Vera, Mike, absolutely charging up that climb.
She is, and we know that on form, Dorothea Vera can really handle coming in fast and then rapid-fire shooting. And since I think she's lost her confidence, she's backed off from the rapid-fire shooting. I think and I hope we'll see her confidence back in Östersund, fully back in Östersund next weekend.
Yeah, she's had a bit of a mix. Normally the best in the pursuit in terms of recovery. In the World Champs, she went from 20th to 4th, shooting 20 out of 20. But then last week, Vera went from 5th to 34th, missing 9 targets in all. Extraordinary situations. She's doing much better than that today. Vera still with only 1 miss so far. Eckhoff, 3rd of 4 shoots. She would love to take at least 25 seconds into the last shoot. Oh, unreal. Unbelievable. Yeah, I remember when we used to watch Eckhoff of Sweden, Mike, shooting. You just couldn't believe how good she was. Eckhoff sort of getting up to that level, but with better skiing.
And she's just so relaxed. There's no fear, there's no tension. In fact, there's no thinking when Eckhoff is shooting now.
Now, keep an eye on Hauser's target. She works left to right. Alan Beckover going right to left. The youngster needs to stay with the Austrian. The Austrians throw one wide. That could be absolutely key in terms of the podium positions today. Alan Beckover keeps the sheet clean. Vera goes 5. Preutz goes 5. What a ski race we've got developing here. Preutz possibly the strongest of those 3 coming out, but we still have 1 standing shoot to go, and another miss from Herman might keep her out of challenging for the podium positions. So Alan Beckover and Hauser, well, Hauser missed, but Alan Beckover still clear.
Alan Beckover,
and at the moment,
Biathlon.
The only one to have achieved that. Good shooting from Roysland. That will pull her up the order. Coming in, she was in 10th, and should gain a couple of places as we watch Tandrevold. Oh, throws the last one wide. Her teammate Lien, though, clears it.
Just looking at Reusland's times, stop to start on the range, 21.7, getting all 5. She really is on a mission now. She's moved from 14 all the way up to 8th.
Eckhoff, 25.6 seconds on the range. Quick enough. This is Alenbekova. Quite a lot of movement in the end of the barrel, Mike, but the reflex is absolutely spot on, and that puts her up into second position. As you can see, the only one in the leading 10 to have cleared all the targets. Shooting standard pretty high, to be honest. Only one athlete in the top 10 missing more than one. Eckhoff has hit 14 out of 15, 33 seconds to play with at the last split point. Now, Mike, does she go for it and try and push that up to 40, or does she say, right, I've got one shot to play with, I might as well just settle in and maintain that?
Yes, I think she'll go for the second option. Just keep plodding away, save some extra pace for the final lap. And then she said in her interview last week when she won this one that she just took a bit of a risk and wanted to show off in terms of faster shooting for the last 5. She missed one. I think she'll back that off today and just do routine as normal.
Well, we'll find out in around 2.5 minutes time when she comes in for the next shoot. Lisa Teresa Hauser, who had got herself up into the top 3 prior to shoot number 3, but a miss pushing her down into 5th place. 51.8 she was behind, now at 55. That's an indication that Eckhoff is just starting to wind it up here in Nové Město, and Davidova at 1 minute and still 25 seconds behind Alenbekova. So one shot between those two in the battle for the under 25. Reusland up to 7, having started with bib number 14, so she'll be happy with her progress. Other athletes that have made decent ground, just 40. Kriuku, Mike, has gone up to 15, so 25 places gained by Kriuku, and Zdujic has done even better, 41 up to 14.
Yes, I think we felt with the field so tight, we thought from the 40s or the 50s, some athlete may well get into the top 15. If they shoot another 5 out of 5, Zdujic and Kriuku, they could well place themselves in the top 10, maybe even the top 5.
Yeah, four athletes at the moment with the perfect score. Alenbekova is the only one of those who's up with the leaders, so I guess slightly fresher. Should it come down to a ski race between these 3? Preutz this season has been better, but Vera definitely on some of the best form we've seen from her so far this season. I fancy her, Mike, to win between those 3 if it was a race for the silver.
She just... Vera, the confidence loss is always worrying, isn't it? When the last 2 seasons has been the overall best by athletes, so there's a little confidence issue, but it seems to be getting better and better. Further back down the field, Claire Egan has moved from 43 to 26, only missing 1. That's good news for Claire Egan.
Hauser and Davidova both still with a chance of going on the podium. If they clear 5, their odds are better than 50-50 that they'll be racing for a top 3. Now, Eckhoff on her own. Some 35 seconds to play with. She should get them all down, or certainly all the rounds away, before the rest come in. I thought you said she wasn't going to show off. That was fantastic. Maybe not quite as quick as last week, Mike, but the shoot got quicker and quicker and quicker as the confidence grew. The win is sealed. That's the 12th victory this season for Tiril Eckhoff, and it does secure the Crystal Globe. Celebrations all round in the Norwegian team tonight. But what a race we have for 2nd and 3rd. Preutz versus Alenbekova and Dorothea Vera, the champion of the last 2 years. Vera always quicker in the range. It's looking good for the Italian. She holds, she holds, she holds, obviously running out of breath, throws that last one wide. So, a Vera Preutz battle and Alenbekova with a chance. 20 out of 20. When you do that, you deserve to be on the podium, and she may well take second place. She's going to have a 100-meter lead over Preutz and Vera, Mike. I think that's going to be enough, isn't it?
Oh, great work from Alenbekova, and you always heard that big sigh of relief. To get 20, it doesn't happen every day. It hardly happens for many of the athletes in their career. So, wonderful performance from Alenbekova. She's got a good lead now, holding second place by 15 seconds.
Davidova goes clear, important. That will help her get a little bit closer to Alenbekova. Roysland goes clear, only one miss from her today. A good standing shoot from Susan Dunkley. Is this going to be her best performance of the season? She's down in 9th coming in, and she leaves the range. Where is she? 8th position, 123. She's 10 seconds off 6th. She might have to fight to gain a single place, but a top 8, I think, Dunkley would have settled for at the start of the day.
Yes, that's great. Only one target missed. She hit all 10 yesterday. Only 1 out of 20 today. Well done, Susan Dunkley.
This is how it's done. Normally, Eckhoff saves that smile for the end, but she knew that with 4 out of 5, well, 5 out of 5, the win was hers, and she left the range 44 seconds clear. She can treat this as a training run. Mike can celebrate on the way round.
Oh, she has matured so much. Her biathlon, her stability, having a little look around, enjoy this 2-kilometer lap, the victory lap.
Alenbekova's got 16 seconds to play with, so we don't have quite the drama that we had in the men's race earlier on. This morning, Mike, was all about Norway and France. France have not been good in the women's race this afternoon.
They've been missing targets. We saw that with Boucher missing 3 out of 5 first time in, and that ripple effect. Chevalier Boucher actually has shot well. She's only missed 1 and moved from 19th up to 9th. The rest missing too many targets.
Yeah, Bescott really put herself out of it yesterday, finishing 36th, but she's gained some 17 places as well. This is the battle for the bronze, Vera versus Preutz, and at the moment it's Vera leading as they come to the halfway stage of the final loop. Preutz looks ready to pounce on Dorothea Vera, but they've got other athletes to worry about. Roysland is closing in, only 5 seconds back. Davidova's no slouch at 7 seconds back. And Lisa Theresa Hauser we know all about. There in 7th. Dunkley holding on in 8th position. She's still got 6 seconds over Chevalier Boucher. And as we saw with Herman yesterday, Mike, Herman can finish well.
Herman really can. For me, Roysland passing that checkpoint in 5th place. For me, she's going to take the... Is she going to? Yes, I think she's going to take the bronze.
Well, that would be a brilliant effort from Roysland. Coming out of the range, she was 13 seconds down on Preutz and Vera. By the time we saw her go through 8.9, she'd got that margin down to 5 seconds, and now she's got it down to about 5 meters. These two will not enjoy to see Roysland, who last year was the quickest woman on the tour.
I don't think they were aware that Roysland was coming through so fast. They were completely taken by surprise there, and they may regret it.
Yeah, Eckhoff, she's won 12 times this year, but I don't think she's ever had an easier final loop. She can do no wrong at the moment.
Big
smile. The crystal globe is hers. It's well deserved, Mike. It's astonishing that with her domination, it's gone this far into the season.
Alenbekova pedig a másodikra. Na, végre egy jó eredmény. Fér. Orosztól már kellett neki is.
Before that once, and she just really has come to the top of her form the last couple of seasons.
Great race from Alan Bekova. We haven't seen her on the podium since race number 5 in Hogfilson. That will be a relief to her. Preutz wins the battle for 3rd place. Roysland got very, very close. No sprint from Dorothea Vera to challenge for that position. And so Germany delighted to get on the podium. That makes up for a poor performance by the Germans in the men's race earlier on today. Roysland, Mike, that's not a bad effort when you start outside the top 10. She started 14th, so 10 positions gained.
I thought it was great, and that's so interesting. Preutz, as soon as Preutz was aware that she was going to be challenged, she really found some extra energy, and I'm delighted. Only the 3rd time this season Preutz has been on the podium, but ranked 4th in the world.
And Dunkley with 2 successive top 10 finishes. When you think she was 91st in the sprint last week, that is a fantastic turnaround from the American, and she had an awful torrid time at the World Championships in Pachuca. Just couldn't get anything right.
Brizat Boucher in the end, missing 3 out of 5 first time. She only went on to miss 1 further target out of 15, and that's good comeback. In fact, she's moved from 12th up to 11th.
Elvira Erberg just coming in 16th place. We didn't even mention Hannah Erberg. She was down in 27th last time I had a look, going through 9.6 kilometers. She's beaten by her younger sister. She's been beaten by Lynn Persson. So Roysland and Hannah Erberg doing Eckhoff a favour, Mike, but they needn't have done, because with Eckhoff winning, she was going to take the title anyway.
And in the race outright today, I think Stewart has the 2nd fastest time. She's gone from 41 up to 13th, finishing 1:41 behind. She started 1:34 behind.
Chevalier Boucher started 109 off the leaders, finished 117, so just 8 seconds lost to Eckhoff. Roysland, though, Mike, started at 47 and finished at 41, so she has outperformed Eckhoff by 6 seconds, and that I suspect will end up being the fastest time. Roysland, 3rd fastest track time or course time in the sprint yesterday. Eckhoff, Brizat Boucher, Roysland, Alan Bekova with a top 4 in terms of speed.
When you look at Eckhoff's final lap, she made it look so easy, but it still stands as the 3rd fastest lap time. So she's just so strong and enjoying her biathlon so much. It looked like a cruise.
Claire Egan, slightly under par end to the season for Claire Egan. She's been there or thereabouts, just exasperation. It's a long, long season, isn't it? Compared to the cross-country, Mike, who've missed a few World Cups, missed Lillehammer, they missed Nové Město. The biathlon have managed to get a full program underway, and we now have just 3 individual races remaining, the sprint, the pursuit, and then the final mass start of the season, which is where the men's tour is likely to be decided. And very, very little between Johannes Tingesbø and Sturholm Leigrid.
It is a tough program, and that's what today's the 23rd individual race. They've most of them have taken part in 7 relays to this point, and still 3 races left and relays tomorrow.
Then you add the national championships and you add the selection races. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. Lisa Vitozzi, first time we've seen her, first time we've mentioned her so far today. Didn't have a good day in the sprint yesterday, having had a really good week last week, finishing 3rd in the sprint, down in 54. Vitozzi with another 6 misses to add to the 7 that she missed yesterday. I think she must have bent the barrel somehow over the last few days. Nakashina 55, and Kinnunen, who took the tumble.
Zug to the finish.
Big margins at the back end. Just looking down the results sheet, Hannah Erberg missing 4, Tandrevold missing 4, Hannah Solo, who medalled in the sprint event at the World Championships, missing 4, Julia Simon missing 4, not the sort of standard we expect, and her teammate Breza Boucher also missing 4.
Very surprising. Sola skiing fast. She had, what, the 10th, 11th fastest time yesterday. I think a little better today. So when you're missing that many, you really have no chance.
Yeah, what about Zduic, you mentioned? She shot clear, so did Olimpakova, and the third person to shoot clear was Jean Monod of France, 48th up to 26. That's brilliant for the youngster. What a confidence booster for her. Tyrolekov doesn't need any more confidence. She has absolutely mastered this sport this year. How long will this run keep going? 3 races of the season left. She could take a total number of wins up to 15.
I like that smile. That was entirely angled for Patrick Oberegger. They work well together. He's brought her to this level, given her all the confidence. She was always good. She was always fast. He's given her now the confidence and belief to be a continual winner.
Yeah, I remember her winning the World Championship sprint in Oslo, Mike, and the joy that was written on her face for the next 24 hours. I think the next day she was absolutely useless, but the win in that sprint really turned her career around. She suddenly believed that she could hit all the targets. I think the whole of Norway were astonished that she managed to down 5 in the standing position, but since then she has just got better and better and better, and as you say, more and more confident.
I remember when she met the King after that victory, it was at the World Championships, she was like meeting a long-lost friend. She was so happy.
Yeah, normally you get about 20 seconds with the King, but Tyrolekov, she was there for half an hour, chatting, joking. Yeah, but she's a great character. She's a good athlete to have on the tour. Not if you're trying to win. She's not, because at the moment, no one else is getting a look in. That is 4 races on the trot since the World Championships. They've all gone to Tyrolekov.
And in the flower ceremony, without flowers for academic reasons, settles in target number 2, target 3, target 4. Led by Biathlon including Hauser, Susan Dumfries, Julia Prima, Julia Schweiz. Kirill Ekov, 12th win of this season. And the fight for the last spot on the podium goes to the lady who was fourth yesterday. Franziska Preuss, hopping up goes to Deutschland and Dorothea Mira.
Kirill, what a fantastic day, what a fantastic result. It's a 12th win in this season. That's basically, you're dominating that.
Well, thank you. Today was a hard day. I had to fight with myself and my thoughts, and I'm so happy to shoot 19. It's not every day, so I'm happy.
Can you tell us which thoughts did you have to fight with?
Myself, my negative thoughts, and yeah, it's not easy to go out there and try to make it easy. But today I really had to fight with myself and try to be good on the shooting range, and I think I managed it very, very well.
You totally did. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
De mindjárt nagy hivatalos eredményhirdetés. És akkor pénteken én dolgozok, de este szerintem le tudom adni rövidítve a női és a férfi utolsó számokat. Ugye pénteken lesz a férfi, illetve a női sprintverseny. Szombaton lesz megtartva a üldözéses verseny, és vasárnap pedig a két darab tömegrajtossal fog zárulni a idei Biathlon 2020 és a 2020-21-es világkupa szezon.
var ingenting bare...
Det er det, laver du godt?
I dag. Congratulations! Skjøtting. Ja. Så, nå spør du. Maskin? Du må ut der, da. Ja. Very good.
Nové, Město má Nové and Olympic medalist. This is Dagmar Hromadková. Congrats for the third place for Germany. Congrats to Franziska Reis.
Thank you.
Second place for the team of Belarus, Dinara Ayibekova. And also on the podium to Norway, now also pursued World Cup winner Diri Kampagao Eko.
Den er not so... Ja, faen. Congrats! Yes! Thank you!
Top 3 photo.
Fourth place for Norway, Marte Olsi Røstad. Fifth place for the team of Italy, Giovanni Avira. And sixth place for Republico Africa Davidova.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the strongest of the day, team